Hello all, and welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to RWBY CHIBI Season 3, Episode 14 or 15, Play with Penny. I already tell I'm going to like this episode, because it's going to be about Penny in some way. Or at least some of it will. That's all it takes. Also, I was right! They are releasing a character short this year about Adam. Now, most of you probably know about that because I only found out that information after I recorded my stream last time. Because I didn't want spoilers for last time. My video last time. But last time I didn't want to have spoilers for last episode, so I avoided going to Fred for a while. Now I'm going to be avoiding going to Fred for like 2 weeks. Because I don't want to get spoiled anymore for the Adam Taurus character short. I already know it's about him and about his past, but and that it's apparently very good. But yeah, I'm avoiding the Fred to do that. That's all the Freds, all the discussion. To wait until it comes out for me to react to it. Ugh. Anyways, yeah. Let's just get to this and I'll talk about more stuff after.
Oh my gosh. How are we supposed to fight something like that?
You mean that monster so big it's blotting out the sun?
No, John, she means a different monster. Oh, hey, I want to punch that. I mean, I doubt it'll do much, but I'm still gonna punch it.
Chibi Yang in a nutshell.
I'm not sorry. If only someone had a secret superpower capable of picking an enemy that big. Yeah, maybe something related to silver eyes. It could really come in handy right now. Anyone at all? Susan Vanilla can't do it.
Don't worry, guys. I'm sure the solution will appear when we least expect it.
Bragging on that stuff like... Well, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting that to be... Oh, hey, Penny! Why from that cover? And also comments about shit-talking Silver Eyes. That feels like normal. Normal would be fandom stuff.
What do you want to play? We can play whatever you want, Penny. Hooray!
Ooh, what a mess. I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up.
That was hilarious and adorable. I was expecting that one to be about Sly because of the thumbnail.
If you will. To which I respond, what are you thinking?
I'm sorry for thinking.
There are no shortcuts in life. Your rivals are always at your heels. You want to survive? Study hard. Work harder. Constantly improve yourself. Never rest. Never rest.
That sounds reasonable. And moist.
Your time in life is limited. You must grab mortality by the throat and laugh in its face. I laugh at your face, mortality.
Very inspiring. Do you have any other tips aside from grabbing things by the throat?
Drink more coffee? Ah, yes, that is little helper. And that's good to know.
Yeah, he's not coming down.
Oh, hey, Carden! That was complete on Chibi, Carden.
Take that, squirrel. Bye-bye, birdie. Nailed ya, crow. Animals are so stupid.
Always amusing always seem amusing to see Karin get the shit kicked out of him. Of course, the first one was, of course, hilarious and somewhat adorable. But, especially, Chibi RWBY's reaction. That was also adorable. But, yeah, the thumbnail misled me. But yeah, the other things. Apparently there's gonna be another RWBY Magna. Not related to the, made by someone else than the person they had do the original one. This one will be a retelling of Volumes 1 and 2. And I have mixed feelings. On one hand, Volumes 1 and 2 could really use with a rewrite. Though I prefer a rewrite to match the tone of the later series. The tone that it clearly was attempting, but it failed utterly at. Like, the only time that anything from Volume 2 felt like Volume 1 was, the story time with Yang. I mean, felt like Volume 3, not Volume 1, no. Words. But, on the other hand, one, the art doesn't look that great, and two, considering how things went with the last idiot who made it, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in it being good. Wouldn't have had a lot of faith in it being good anyway, since it's a spin-off comic book written in a completely different language than the one the show is, by someone who might or might not be even able to speak the same language as the creators of the show. And then eventually translated back into English. I mean, I made my opinion about spin-off stuff. I'm fine with the official anthology, because the anthology is just a bunch of fanfics. That's all it is. So it doesn't need to really make sense in regards to the rest of canon. It doesn't even make sense with itself. The original Magna, on the other hand, had stupid shit, which actually far exceeded my expectations of dumb, but stupid shit like RWBY asking Weiss, after they'd gone to Beacon, "What is dust?" That actually manages to outright exceed Volume 1's stupidity of having John not know what aura is. Because I could maybe kind of see him not knowing that. Not with what we later learned of him, but at that point at least, with what little we know of his character, he could just be a really stupid country bumpkin or something. Someone really not in the know. RWBY is a gun nut, asking not just what her civilization's equivalent of gunpowder is, but also the wonder material that literally their entire civilization is based upon. And she's asking, what is dust? That's fucking moronic. And that's just basically a summation of everything wrong with that. But even aside from that, and the original person's frankly fucking horrible art, the new stuff isn't exactly well drawn either, though it's not terrible and not nearly as bad as the original. I'd say it's about on par with the official, concept art, which almost never resembles the characters anyways. But I might be willing to give that one a chance, though, because again, it's written by someone else who might, not be as terrible at it. But then again, Japan hasn't been fantastic when it comes to RWBY adaptations. Their previous attempts at adapting Volume 1 and to, and even free. Like, they aired all 3 volumes on TV, but they didn't air them as seasons. No. Or a TV movie for each one. No. They mashed 3 seasons into the standard episode format for those series. They chopped out nearly every subplot, major chunks of every plot, and mutilated it to every fucking degree they could. And it's separate from the official dub. Over there. That's just dumb. But yeah. And, yeah. We also know when the new season of RWBY is coming out. October 27th. And it'll only be and the people who get to see stuff ahead of time will only have 2 days head start. Thankfully. But yeah. I don't know when we're gonna get the main trailers, and I don't know if we're getting anything beside the Adam Taurus trailer, but yeah. So, yeah, that'll be coming out, I believe, next week. Because I found out about it, like, 2 weeks ago. But, yeah. That was a good episode. And, yeah. Can't wait to see more. Well, more, as I said, I'll wait to see more RWBY. But yeah, I wasn't expecting an Adam Taurus one. I mean, there are characters I expected less, like, say, Cardin or any member of his team. But even still, that's a bit of a twist. A twist. Also, another thing I just want to quietly mention. One of the things that people like to commonly bring up when they like to say that when an argument erupts about whether Penny's coming back in the show or not is the fact that in the post V3 stream they mentioned that every on-screen character death would be permanent. But the problem is, and they use that as proof of the word of God that Penny's dead. But here's the thing: that's every on-screen character death. When most of the arguments about her coming back are, is she really dead? Because if she never died, then it wasn't an on-screen character death. It is not at all relevant to the discussion. Furthermore, if she really did die, then say a little sister bot who shares similar physical similarities to her enough to, say, confuse the main cast for a bit and, stomp and crush our hearts, isn't bringing her back. It's just, isn't resurrecting a character. It's just, playing with expectations. But yeah, it's just like annoys me. Like that's not evidence either way, man. It means that if we see a character die, they're dead. It's why we know Torchwick and Fear aren't coming back. But it's also why we don't know if Cinder's coming back, because we didn't actually see her die. We saw her get covered in ice, but we saw that happen to Raven just before that. Or not just before that, I think. It was the last episode, but temporarily it was just before that. And then we saw her fall. She could have escaped from that and survived. badly injured, but she could have survived. It's not likely, but we didn't actually see an on-screen death. Similarly, Penny's mechanical nature and the lack of knowledge we have about how her ensouling works means that we've got idea if she's actually dead until we get an actual on-screen or word of God that she's dead as someone else. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just... Sorry, I just saw that an argument about that pop up like 5 minutes before I started streaming, so... That was immediately on my mind in regards to talking about it. I probably would have bitched about other things I saw before that, but that one annoyed me just enough to mention it over others. Anyways, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed watching me in general, then maybe check out my Let's Play channel. Maybe check out my Twitch. And, oh, I almost forgot. In a few weeks, things might get weird with schedule. I might skip an episode of this. There'll still be a video posted, but it won't be RWBY or anything. Depending on how things go. I shouldn't miss an episode. I might have to record it a few days later than I normally do, but I shouldn't miss an episode. But I just thought I'd mention it because things will be happening then. Anyways, yeah. Anyway, just signing out. And I will see you all later, folks.